shot Liberty Valance, written in 1962 by Hal David and Burt Bacharach, made famous by the Royal Guardsmen and others. I played here in the key of G. That's the first line. It starts off with a G chord. First starts off with these single notes. D, E, G, and then a G chord hitting a B note as your melody. B, A, G, and then you go to the C chord. You're just hitting strings 5 and 4. So you got an E note for your melody and C for your bass. And then it's E, G, A, back to the G chord. You're hitting a B, D, and then you go to an E minor chord, hitting the E note on the first string, and then the B note on the second string, open, and then this C6, which is a C in the bass, and it's A, and then you pull it off to a G note, and then you go to this D chord, which is a D in the bass and an A in the melody. So like this. And then you repeat. To the next part. It starts off with these single notes. D, E, and then you move up to this B minor, and that's F sharp, lift your finger, E, D, and sort of just play around with the B minor chord, and then you move to the F sharp minor chord. Play around on the middle strings there, and back to the B minor, hitting the F sharp, and then a C chord, hitting the E string as your melody, and the D chord, hitting the F sharp as your melody, and back to the G. Jack to G chord, hitting the G note on the first string, and then you go to a B minor, the F sharp, lift for an E, D, and then to the E minor. When you get to this E minor, you just go strings 1, 2, 3, all open, and then when you get to the C chord, it's G, A, G, E, and back to the G chord, ending on your G note there, because the second time through you're going to end on an E minor chord. This part looks like this. Whole thing repeats. This last time, you end on the E note, which takes you into the The E note, it's an E minor chord, and you're just hitting strings 6, 5, and 4 with your melody here on the E note. And this next part stays on the E minor chord. So this part is an E minor, hitting the E note on the first string. And then you go to a B minor, hitting the F sharp on the first string, and then back to the E minor, F sharp, G, E, B, B, staying on E minor, and the E note, back to the B minor, hitting the F sharp, and then you go to a C chord, hitting an E and a D chord, hitting a F sharp. And then it gets to the man who shot Liberty Valance. Starts off with the G chord, hitting the first string G, B minor, hitting the D note on the second string, back to an E minor, G, F sharp, E, back to the B minor, hitting D, F sharp, and then back to the E minor, just hitting a G note, and then the B minor, just hitting a D note, and then the E minor, and then the B minor, and then the C chord. And then you can hit E, D, C, B, A. I just improvise and just get down to the G and end. The man who shot looks like this.